Like, I got crossed on the shimmy, and I fouled you, too.
It was a big foul.
It was, like, embarrassing.
He's played well. He's played with a lot of energy. He's coming with a bit, gives energy to his teammates. Rebound the ball well. He's been aggressive. He set good screens. I think the sky's the limit for him.
All the threes. The guy has the talent. He can pass the ball. He can post up. He has a touch around the rim. So you can see you can see some different moves when he's playing.
The Houston Rockets have been one of the worst teams in the NBA in the last couple of years, but there is no denying they are a team with a bright and interesting future. Having guys like Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun, many people consider the Houston Rockets to have one of the most talented young cores in the league. While Alperen Sengun was taken just outside the lottery with the 16th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, he has become one of the NBA's most inventive offensive players and a huge part of the Rockets' recent success. He has caught the attention of many people around the basketball world and received high praise from his peers. Let's see what some of the NBA's stars have had to say about the third-year Turkish center. When Alperen Sengun appeared on Podcast P with Paul George, the two talked about one of the highlights from their matchup earlier in the season. Early in the third quarter, Alperen hit George with a shimmy towards the baseline and spun back toward the paint. The play resulted in a turnover for the Rockets, but it left an impression on George. "I got crossed on the shimmy, and I fouled you too. It was embarrassing. You hit me that first time, I jumped hard left because I thought you were really going baseline. Then the second time I was like, I'm expecting it this time, and then you hit me with it again." Despite the Rockets losing that game to the Clippers, the young center finished the game with an impressive 23-point performance, which obviously earned him some respect from Paul George. These are some great words of encouragement coming from one of the league's best defensive player. After 2 whole seasons in the league, Alperen's teammate, Jalen Green, seems to have turned his career onto the right path. He has been playing much better basketball under Coach Udoka and seems to learn a lot from the mentorship of Fred. This season, Green has averaged 19.6 points per game, a little less than his 22.1 points per game in the last season. But considering the fact that the Rockets team is winning, that stat doesn't matter as much. Jalen is definitely a part of Houston's future plans, and he seems to have developed a great connection with Alperen Sengun. The young guard thinks very highly of Alperen. "I love Alperen. His growth has been really good. He's gotten a lot stronger, and he never disappoints me. He's a great player in my eyes." It is going to be fun following the Rockets' future and watch how this duo will develop. LeBron James has been playing amazing basketball in his years. He showed that in the second matchup between the Lakers and Rockets, where he was obviously motivated by the 34-point defeat the Rockets gave LA earlier in the season. In the second matchup between the two, LeBron led the Lakers to a victory by scoring 37 points and dishing out 8 assists. On the other side, Alperen kept the game tight by getting a stat line of 23, 10, and 5, which earned him a lot of respect from LeBron. After the game, the King had some kind words to say about the young Turkish big man. He is getting more and more confident out there. They trust him. Obviously, he can post very effectively. He has a great ball handling ability, can see the floor well, great passing skills. He is a really good young talent. The Greek Freak is one of the greatest international talents in NBA history. The Bucks star is really appreciative of other talent playing in the league, and it's a bonus if they are internationals as well. One of the young players the Greek Freak enjoys the most is Alperen, and he made it known when he commended him for the way he performs, and especially for playing the game at his own pace. He's a great player. He takes his time. Nothing can speed him up. He might be slow down there in the post, but he's effective. He's playing well. He's playing with a lot of energy. When he is on the court, he gives energy to his teammates. He rebounds the ball well, he's being aggressive, he's setting good screens. I think the sky is the limit for him. Kevin Durant showed some appreciation for the Rockets' young talents while appearing on NBA Hooper Vision, while revealing his favorite young players. Among the names he highlighted was third-year center Alperen. "I was going to give some love to Alperen," Durant said. "I like Alperen. He was dunking on a couple of people, and I didn't know he could get up like that. He's nice. I like him. I think Jalen Green is showing me something too. He's definitely nice. Yeah, but so many dudes I enjoy, I appreciate their game, and I can see them getting better in the future." Atlanta Hawks guard Bogdan Bogdanovic is a legend in Alperen's home country, Turkey. Together with countryman and legendary basketball coach Obradovic, Bogdan led Fenerbahce to the EuroLeague title in 2017, while Alperen played in one of Fenerbahce's bigger rivals, Besiktas. In an interview for Turkish basketball platform Trend Basket, Bogdan said that he really likes Alperen's game. He can play, he has the skill and just knows how to play basketball, and you can see that right away. He has a great opportunity in Houston to prove himself and what he is capable of, so he just needs to go out there and be consistent. He is a great talent and just needs time to prove himself. When asked if Alperen's game reminded him of Nikola Jokic's game, Bogdan confirmed it straight away. Speaking of Nikola Jokic, over the last couple of years, drawing parallels between him and Alperen Sengun have become a common thing. Although Sengun appreciates the praise and has a lot of love for Nikola, he has come out and said that he doesn't try to play like the Joker. Jokic is there, unlike other social media guys. He just cares about basketball and family, he's a great guy, and he's European. I can say all European bigs and other European players are so close to each other. Jokic saw what I'm thinking about him, like what I'm saying about him. After the game, he came to me and was like, "Good job, Alpe. Great job. Keep it up." Always giving me a good talk, which is great for me. Despite the love, the Rocket star expressed his desire to make a name for himself in the league. Despite the ongoing comparisons, he emphasized creating his own identity in the NBA while acknowledging the source of resemblance. Not trying to play like him, but our games are similar. Nikola has a lot of love for Sengun as well. After the matchup between the two, Jokic went out and said, "I think it's a good thing that they're playing a little bit more through him. I think that's going to benefit the whole organization. He's the guy who's not selfish. He wants to play for the team. He wants to pass. The whole team is going to move when the ball is in his hands. He played really well today. He's showing the promise from last year as far as what he's been doing with his game." During his appearance on Paul George's podcast, Alperen also talked a bit about Paul's teammate and Houston Rockets legend, James Harden. From what Alperen said, we can see that James Harden has a lot of love for the young Rockets big man. "When we were playing the Clippers, I think Leonard was shooting free throws, and we were on the line with James Harden. He said, 'I'm so proud of you. Keep it up.' I said, 'It's really great to hear that from you. Thank you, man.' Amazing moment for me." Obviously, such recognition and praise play a huge role in gaining self-confidence, and it is a really great thing to see when NBA veterans give props to the younger guys who come after them. This is a really cool story of how a once Rockets superstar encourages another up-and-coming Rockets superstar. In a matchup between the Timberwolves and the Rockets, Minnesota defeated the Houston Rockets 113-104, with a season-high 44 points performance from Anthony Edwards. The day was special for Edwards as his girlfriend's birthday was approaching, and he surely had to put on a performance for her. The Houston Rockets were nearly defeated by Edwards alone, thanks to a sequence of outstanding plays and dominating dunks. Edwards delivered 2 thunderous hammers, with Alperen standing on the wrong side of the poster. Those plays didn't prevent the Timberwolves forward from respecting his opponent, even if he had trouble remembering his name. I told Kenyon Martin Jr., "Coming out of halftime, I'm gonna dunk on him again because he's so far down the floor." All praise to, I don't know how to pronounce his name, number 28, Alperen. "He's good," Edwards said after the game. "This is a great sign of a healthy competitive spirit and sportsmanship." Despite getting on the wrong side of a poster dunk, Alperen gained a lot of respect for his hustle on the court. This is what the game is all about, respect. At just 21 years old, Alperen is averaging 20.2 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 5.6 assists, and has been the Rockets' scoring and rebounding leader so far this year. He has contributed a lot for the Rockets' turnaround, getting them to 8 wins in their 15 matches, which is a lot better than what they were doing in the last couple of seasons. Many call Alperen a baby Jokic, and the two have similar playstyles. If there's a player for Alperen to model his game on, Jokic would be that perfect fit, and the young star knows it. He is humble, hardworking, and very team-oriented, which is very obvious and encouraged by his NBA peers. His performances have been improving from game to game, and his confidence seems to follow it up. At just 21 years old, Alperen embraces the role of being a leader and likes to take matters into his own hands. It remains to be seen whether Alperen actually develops into the MVP that Jokic is, but he's clearly on the right path. Let's hope for the best for the young big man's promising NBA career.